There are nearly 3 million unsold new vehicles in the United States right now. What are these dealerships going to do with all this unsold new inventory? Well, supply and demand. The price has to come down. That's the only way. Prices have been increasing for the last 4 years dramatically with every single manufacturer, and it's time to change it. Prices need to come down in 2025 because customers are getting squeezed from every end, and they're done. Sales are going down with most manufacturers, and people are done paying $100,000 for an F-150. It's crazy. You go up to an average pickup truck, it's 70, 80 grand. That was not normal just a few years ago, and now it's completely normal. And here's the deal. The dealership screwed their own customers because they were doing markups and addendum stickers, and some still are today, but 2021 was the worst that it ever was. And here's the deal. You have all these customers that are upside down. The average negative equity they owe more than the car's worth, over $7,000. So think about that. You're driving around. You owe more than the car is actually worth. It's a bad situation, and these customers are getting screwed every single day, and a lot of them were not smart when they made the purchase. They didn't put a proper down payment. They didn't make the right move, but even if you did, if you paid a markup or MSRP, your down payment was just erased. It was irrelevant. So here's the deal. These customers are screwed. Banks are not approving loans as much as they did. $1,000 car payment has become the norm as well, and it's just not reality. People don't make this kind of money to have $1,000 car payment. It's just idiotic to do that. It's just crazy. And believe it or not, 1 in 6 people that get a car payment, and I believe it's more to be honest, have $1,000 car payment. That is insane. Most of the F-150s you see driving around are, because they're 80 grand. Even at 84 months, it's basically going to be that. And if you finance a car that long, it's just crazy. And you have all this stuff going on from every single end. That's why these prices have to come down. And these dealerships finance their inventory. So we've seen some discounts like $27,000 off a GMC Sierra. We've seen $30,000 off a Ram pickup truck. We've seen $20,000 off a Jeep Wrangler, but still, it's not enough to really move the needle because the MSRPs got increased so much. Even with the dealer discount and a small little rebate from the manufacturer, it's just not enough. We need some big stuff moving 30, 40K off some of these pickup trucks, which is crazy to say, but even with $40,000 off, you're just getting down to what? 60K? Like, it's insane. I went up to a GMC dealership the other day. I was looking at a GMC Hummer. It was $152,000. You guys saw the video probably. Crazy. 152 grand for a GMC. Make it make sense. None of these manufacturers understand their clientele base, so they completely lost their brains when it comes to that stuff, and they screwed their own customer base with their dealer networks because they kept charging markups and addendums, and now they're all screwed and upside down, and the people that would continue to come buy cars every 3 years, every 2 years, whatever, they can't because they can't get approved. So it's becoming a big issue, and a market crash has to happen, and we've already seen wholesale vehicles, which are the used vehicles, we've seen them come down a little bit, but it's not enough to really move anything. Used cars are still way overpriced, and of course we already know new cars are, and some manufacturers are worse than others. Stellantis is the worst. They increased the MSRP 52% during like a 3-year period. They are the worst compared to any other manufacturer with increasing the MSRP, and that's why when I go to a dealership and I see a $52,000 Hornet, well, it makes sense. And that's why the dealers are begging. They're begging the manufacturer for rebates. They're literally using their overflow lots like crazy. Every single dealership I go to, they have overflow lots all around the city. They're renting spots here and there. They're just trying to find space because the dealers keep getting new inventory and there's nowhere to put them. And they don't want to make the manufacturer mad by saying we can't take no more allocations, but there's a point where they have to say there's no more allocations, guys. We're done. We can't take any more new vehicles. And a lot of dealers are starting to say that, but it's not a good thing. When you hit that no allocation level, that's not making Dodge, Jeep, and Ram happy, but they don't care because they don't want any of the new Charger EV stuff. They don't care if they make Dodge, Jeep, and Ram mad because they're barely staying in business because they have all these vehicles sitting there and not selling. When you have a 2022 still on the lot and it's about to be 2025, yeah, we have a problem. I mean, really, it's a big issue. So let me know what you think. I think the big issue is the prices got increased so much. Yeah, I'll say the quality's also not that high. I would say because the prices got increased, we definitely didn't get an increase in quality. If anything, the quality went lower and the prices went up. And all that combined equals people not wanting to buy trucks, and that equals people getting laid off left and right. And you have these executives at these nothing's going to happen to them. Finally, something happened to Carlos, but here's the deal. We're a year or two behind that. Carlos Tavares was a CEO of Stellantis. He destroyed this company. If you would have done what he did to the company, you would have been fired on day one. And this dude, he's been there for way too long. But finally, he's gone. But here's the deal. He should have been gone months ago. So the fact that he just now is leaving, and honestly, he probably got a huge severance package, gets a huge paycheck. These are what these auto executives do. Get a huge paycheck, destroy the company, and get a severance package. See you later. Have a good day. You guys have a good one. It's insane. I can't believe they're still up there. But let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.